So today I'll be showing how to make this plantain chips. Super easy to make and it's so crispy. Plantain chips is one of Nigerian snacks and it's so easy to make. A lot of people don't know how easy this snacks is to make, but I've brought it here to show you how easy it is to make. Okay, you can make this for your kids to take to school. You can sit with it with friends and enjoy yourselves while watching a movie. It's super easy to make. But before then, hello my lovelies. If this is your first time seeing my channel, you're very welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. You know I always bring amazing recipes for you. All right, come, let's do this together. All right, there are two types of plantain chips, the ripe one and the unripe one. Today we're making unripe plantain chips. Okay, that's why you're seeing this unripe plantain. I've just washed the back thoroughly, removed the head and the down. Okay, so what I'll be doing now is to just remove the back. Please, before you remove the back of your plantain, always learn to wash it. These things carry sand, and when you don't wash it, you might pick up the sand from the body and you put it into the one that you're about to fry. That's the inner. Okay, that's why I always advise, always wash your plantain thoroughly before you peel off the back. It's easier to peel the back of a ripe plantain. The unripe one is so hard. Like whenever I remember I'm going to make plantain chips and I'll have to peel off the back of the unripe plantain, guys, the thought of it then. But what we will do, we have to still peel it. Okay, but once you get the hang of it and it starts pulling off, the rest of it is just history. It just pulls off easily. So after removing the whole back of the plantain is to slice it. I'm making use of this slicer. This slicer helps you to get that tiny sliced plantain chips. I got it in the market for 500 naira. I don't know, some graters that we use in the kitchen has this part of it. There's this part of grater that comes like this. So just look for something like this. They call it Malilin slicer or something. Okay, so you just use it to slice it gives you that very slim chips that you want, because if it's not slim it will not be crispy. Okay, so we're done slicing. I'm going to divide this into two because I'm going to be making the peppered plantain chips and the one without pepper. I'm going to be showing you how to make the both of them. Okay, so now I've put my oil on fire. This is salt that I'll be using to flavor the plantain. So I just put some salt, about a tablespoon of salt in my plate. I added some water to this and I'm just going to stir this together. Okay, while I'm doing this, my oil is already on fire and is heating up. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this until the salt has completely dissolved. Okay, the thing is, we're going to be using this later. You will see how we'll be using it, but I'm just doing it to set it aside. Okay, I added some onions into this just for flavor. It's optional. If you don't want the onions flavor, skip it. Okay, and then I started adding in my plantain, sliced plantain into this. All right, don't put so much so that you give space for the plantain to spread around the oil and fry well. Okay, I'm using my fryer to because of how we slice it, some have stick to their cells, so I'm just removing them from their cells. Okay, using my fryer and then allowing this to fry. You will know when it has fried a bit. This after like 10 minutes I just started adding that salt water into the oil. The idea is so that you have a uniform taste for all of them. Okay, that is why I'm doing it this way, putting the salt into the oil. It gives it a very uniform taste. Those who are into commercial production, this is how they do theirs. Okay, so you have a uniform taste. And guys, after about let me say 12 minutes, I've fried this, and you don't want it to get burnt, because if it gets burnt, it doesn't look beautiful in the eyes, and the eyes has to eat first before the mouth. So I'm just removing it from the fire and putting it into my sieve. I added some paper towel to this to absorb some of the oil on the body, because I don't want it to be very, very oily. Okay, so I'm just doing this to the paper towel helps to absorb oil, just like I've said earlier, and I'm removing the plantain chips gradually until I've removed all of it. I'm trying to be careful not to remove the onions, because I still need it to keep flavoring the oil while I keep frying. So even if the onions follows while you're removing it, you can still put it back into the fire. That is why you cut it in big chunks like that, okay, so that they don't get lost into the oil. All right, so I'm going to just remove all of this and then set it aside and allow it. I'm just going to pour it on the tray and allow air to be blowing on it so it will be cooling off. Okay, and so the second method is the one I told you I'm going to be frying with pepper. So in a plate I just added salt and some grinded pepper into this, mixed it together. I'll put the measurement for you in the description box of the pepper I used, and then I'm going to be adding it into this. I won't be adding it into the oil because I don't want my oil to be peppery. Okay, but if you decide to do it that way, it's fine. But I don't think if you put pepper in the oil, it might not get to the plantain the way you want it than when you do it this way. The reason why I added it directly is because I want the pepper to come out well. Okay, so I've done that now and I'm going to fry it immediately. All right, so you just put it into the fire gradually, and Allow it to fry, allow it to do its thing. Remember to always stir so that anyone that is stuck together, like they are stuck to their body, they can release themselves, because I told you earlier, if you slice them thinly, they tend to stick to each other. All right, so it's done frying right now, and you can see the onions already brown. It has done its work enough, and thankfully we're done frying. So I'm just going to just take this out of the fire, put them in my sieve, and then from my sieve transfer it to a tray and allow it to cool down a bit, okay, before we serve it. And guys, our plantain chips is ready. Look at how lush and beautiful it's looking. Shay, I told you it's very simple to make. Even if you want to do this as a business, this is the simplest, easiest way to do it, okay? What differs from different plantains is how they cut it. You can decide to cut round, you can decide to cut long, you can decide to give it any shape you would decide to give your brand. And guys, it's as simple as what you've just seen right now. There's no other magic to having plantain chips at home. I do hope you try it. And if you've watched to this extent and you've not subscribed to my channel, please, I am begging, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, because that's the only way YouTube knows that you're enjoying what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm putting this into a bowl in an airtight container. This is not for sale, this is for home use. So I got an airtight container, and I'm going to pack them separately. The one with pepper, my child doesn't like that one. Me and my husband will eat that one, and then I'll just keep the one without pepper for him. That's the one he likes. He can eat this all day. Just put him on the floor with it, he will finish it. Who will blame him? Plantain chips is super yummy, trust me. Okay, and I'm done packaging. I'm just going to keep this. Can stay 2 weeks without anything. Once there's no air touching it, okay, it can stay like up to 2 weeks. Okay, I do hope you try this recipe, and try it. You really enjoy it. Okay, until I see you next time, don't forget that I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Till I see you on the next one, take care of yourself. Okay, bye, love you.